Hi guys, we're back with 2 more Goosebumps books. The Barking Ghost and Jesus, The Horror at Camp Jellyjam. Just not expecting that. So, it's a doggone nightmare.
Oh, it is.
Sounds like something I would say. Scared of his own shadow, that's what everyone says about Cooper Holmes. But when the Holmeses move into a new house deep in the woods, scary things really do start happening. Problem is, no one believes a scaredy cat like Cooper, but then no one else heard the bone-chilling barking late at night, or ran into 2 evil-looking dogs who disappeared into thin air. It's horrifying. But The Barking Ghost, what'd you think of that one?
I thought it was very underwhelming. I thought it could have been better if it was a different story.
I agree with the flaw that you said before we started filming, but to me, I mean, overall, I think there was in the beginning a good feel of that sort of descent into madness in more simplified, like, child form, because these dogs, no one else can see them at first until his friends start seeing them. But in the beginning, like, no one else can see these ghost dogs, and like, you feel like you're going crazy. Are they real? Am I really seeing them? Like, I feel like that worked pretty well in the beginning.
I feel like we've done this story before in other incarnations
yeah.
of the kid who's scared that
But
nobody believes.
I don't know, but I liked the idea of the disappearing dogs, the ghost dogs. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know. And I like the reveal of who they were, but I do agree. What's your major flaw? Because I 100% agree with it.
The major flaw is that there's a really interesting story here. There's a great story
about who those ghost dogs really are.
Who the ghost dogs are from hundreds of years ago. They say they've been trapped for centuries. Spoilers. But I want to know who they are. What were their names?
Yeah.
Why did they get trapped? Who trapped them?
That's more the backstory. And this
What's going on?
It reminded me of oh my gosh, Ghost Beach. And we got more of a story from, like, that's what I said. Like, if this was more like Ghost Beach, where you actually learned more about the actual story of the ghosts, this would have worked better. Yeah. So, like, I think that's what I thought of.
It wasn't telling the correct story.
Yeah.
I feel like the more interesting story, the story that you would connect to, that you would feel for somebody, because I didn't feel for these characters.
And even in, like, in a Goosebumps book, like, just another 10 pages, you could have added some stuff where, like, down in the pit, they find a little bit of a, like, information about the mystery, and, like, who they were, like, a little bit of sleuthing, a little bit of, like, Goonies action, just for, like, a couple little chapters in there. You could have done that, and that would have been enough. Just, like, that short little bit. Add that little element, and it would have been enough. And I think overall, I don't know, like, you're such a dog person, you've never, I don't think, had really the experience of being scared of a dog, like, no. So, like, to me, like, I felt that a little bit more, and I thought that was kind of horrifying.
Were you scared of dogs?
Middle of the dog. No, but I had an experience with, like, a dog that,
what happened? What happened?
Oh, it was just some, like, dog that, like, scared me in the alley, like, one point. But it didn't, like, attack me or anything. It was just, like, I was a kid, and, like, I don't even remember the details, but I just remember, like, that feeling at first. But there is the possibility, but I don't know, like, I think it worked a little better than I think you did, but I understand your flaw completely, and I agree with it.
That's so sad.
Why is it sad?
You're scared of a puppy.
Yeah,
a cute little puppy.
When I was a kid,
there was a big Rottweiler dog once. His name was Barney.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing
about
Barney.
And he ends up getting put to sleep because he bit too many people.
Yeah, but
he got out once, and he just saw him running and growling and barking at a bunch of us, and of course my cousin ran away because he was so strong and brave. Yeah. And I said, Barney, sit. And Barney sat, and I pet him. Yep. And then my mother came out and freaked out.
Yeah, but you're a cute little Amanda.
I don't understand people who are afraid
moving
of
on
dogs.
to one here that should be fun to talk about. So, you gonna read the back of this one?
If I must. Number 33, The Horror at Camp Jellyjam.
So we're over halfway now. For sure.
It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you stay alive. Swimming, basketball, and archery. I can't wait already. King Jellyjam's sports camp has it all. Too bad Wendy's isn't a total sports freak like her brother Elliot. Elliot! But how excited can you be over a game of softball?
You mean like, Elliot? Is that what you're trying to do? What the hell was that?
Elliot! Elliot! Shh!
Okay.
I'm trying to read. It's a game, right? Wrong! Because Camp Jellyjam is no ordinary sports camp, and Wendy's about to find out why the counselors seem a little too happy, a little too obsessed with winning, and why the ground is always rumbling late at night.
Only the best. Only the best. Yes, only the best.
Ew! Okay, first of all,
you hated this one, and I loved this one.
Why are you going to sports camp?
Yeah. You had a problem with, like, what do you win? It's not about you winning. Like, that's what you win. You win. But it's, to me, this, I think, again, because I talk about the ones I like when they are really about an issue that kids face, like an emotion or an event or something, in a super extreme Goosebumps way.
I would be killed in this camp.
To me, this was competition as like a reflection of self-worth. And I think a lot of kids go through that, especially kids that are very competitive and kids that are in sports or kids that are pushed into sports. Like, it really is, like, if you're not number one, you feel like you are less. I don't know. I know you never experienced that. You're not from a family that was in sports or anything, but like, I don't know.
Sports.
We did sports.
We did sports. I'm a black belt. I can kick your ass.
You were 2 feet tall.
I was not like 2 feet tall. I was not 6, and I was not 2 feet tall.
But no, you didn't see that in this, like, at all. Like, I saw that as really being a story about that thing that kids have to face, but then within the context of a monster tale. And like, I like a lot of the camp ones in Goosebumps. So I thought it was great, and I thought it was horrifying enough and funny enough, and there was sort of like gross out factor at the end. Like, I think it worked overall.
I really liked the monster.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It was funny.
I like that he's purple.
Yeah, it was like Blob Jabba the Hutt. Sweating
I want to know
snails,
what happens
like,
to him afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, the solution was a little ridiculous at the end.
Yeah, everything was kind of
little,
stupid at the end.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
that's what happens when you win, though. That's why you shouldn't play sports. That's what this taught me. You should not play sports.
You should not win on purpose.
You should not win.
But it was great, and like I really loved the sister in particular in this one. Yes. I think they're both really good characters. She was smart for not trying
to win.
But I really understood the motivation of both characters, and I really understood like her younger brother, and like when he got too into it and he got too intense and too angry.
It did remind me of you.
Yeah, like then he started to actually do worse, and once he could calm down and stuff, like then
I tell you all the time.
I know, because I'm so
what
guilty. I'm guilty of that.
What do you do?
When I get like super frustrated doing something that's like really difficult, and you get too angry, you get too emotional,
and then
like,
what happens?
You do worse.
What do you do?
Yeah.
You growl at me.
Yeah. But no, like I really like understood both the kids. I liked the beginning with the like, oh my gosh, the family vacation. Like it's like they're going to.
You know what was really upsetting?
They're going to Wally World. See Marty Moose, Marty Moose.
Stop it.
Yeah. So.
Stop it. I didn't like at the beginning the sheep and the cows. Farmland.
But like I liked that. That was like the boring long drive with the family going on vacation.
They were going past where we live.
Yeah.
They were going past, and then they went to the mountains.
Yeah.
I love their trailer.
Yeah.
We always had a trailer. You never had a trailer that you guys like took on vacations. That's so weird. We had a little pop-up. It was the best thing ever. Yeah. I loved it.
I like this one. You hated it. What did you give this book? Let's move on. What would you give this book? Because
I gave it a 5.5.
Yeah, I gave it a straight up 9. This is one of my favorites so far. Totally different, but I think I took something from it that really meant something because it like I could see elements of my childhood and growing up in it that I think you didn't at all. I think I think this comes from a totally different experience that you did not have. I think that's the big difference. And I feel like if you don't, with some of these Goosebumps books, if you can't tie it to a particular childhood feeling or event or experience or a childhood fear, then you probably don't like them. And I think that's happened with a couple other ones too, like the Phantom of the Auditorium, things like that. I think there are a couple where you have an attachment to something from growing up that leads you to like that book. And in this case, it's me. And
I'm so glad you liked this.
So yeah.
Look at that face.
Like, oh, it's beautiful.
That reminds you of your childhood. That's wonderful.
Yeah. I touched the campers. That's what it looks like to me. But anyway, so we'll see you again tomorrow for some more Goosebumps, and let's see if we actually agree next time.